All right. Welcome back, everyone. It's time for another deep dive, and you know what that means. We're going to get into the nitty-gritty of something truly fascinating and today. Well, today we're tackling the world of soccer.
Soccer.
More specifically, the most prestigious individual award in soccer, the Ballon d'Or.
Yes.
You know, the one with all the glitz and glam, those iconic photos of legendary players holding up that golden trophy.
Yeah, those are amazing.
But have you ever actually stopped to think about how the winner is chosen? Like, what really makes a player the best in the world? What does it take to be considered for this award?
Right. Is it just about scoring a bunch of goals?
Exactly. I mean, it can't be just about goals.
Right. Yeah.
So we did some digging, and we're going to break down the actual award criteria.
Oh, you got your hands on that.
Yes.
Oh.
So it turns out there's like this whole secret formula.
Really?
Well, maybe not secret, but it's definitely more complex than just, who scored the most.
Okay, I'm intrigued. I got to hear this. So spill it. What are the main things they look at?
Okay, so the criteria boils down to three main categories. First, you got your individual performance. Obviously, that's got to be in there, right?
Makes sense. You got to be good at the game.
But then they also look at team performance.
Oh, interesting. So it's not just a solo thing.
And this is where it gets super interesting. The third category is class and fair play.
Whoa, hold on. Class and fair play. Like, how do you even judge that? What does that even mean?
Right. That's what I thought, too. But before we get into those super juicy details, let's break down the first two, individual and team performance.
Yeah, okay, let's do it.
So individual performance, right? It's not just about being talented. The criteria specifically says decisive and impressive character.
Okay, decisive and impressive. I like that.
It's about those players who, like, when the pressure is on,
Yeah.
they step up and they just deliver those unbelievable moments.
I've seen a World Cup final.
Exactly. Down by one goal, last few minutes on the clock, and bam, your star striker curls one into the top corner, just like Beckham in his prime.
Ugh, chills. Goosebumps. Yeah, those are the moments that define a player. But, okay, so you're saying even if you're pulling off those crazy feats of athleticism, it's not enough on its own.
Exactly. That's where the team performance comes in. You could be scoring, like, a hat trick every single game, but if your team isn't winning anything, those chances of getting that golden trophy start to dwindle.
Ah, that makes a lot of sense, actually. Because at the end of the day, soccer is a team sport.
100%. It's about how that individual talent elevates the entire team and leads to victories.
So it's not enough to just be a superstar. You got to be a superstar that makes everyone around you better.
You got it. So we've got the amazing individual skills, we've got the team wins, but now we got to tackle the elephant in the room, right?
Yeah.
This whole class and fair play thing.
This is where it gets really interesting. It brings in this whole subjective element.
Exactly. I mean, like, how do you measure sportsmanship?
Right. Like, what if a player is amazing on the field, like a goal-scoring machine, but is known for yelling at the referees? Or, for getting a little too aggressive, maybe some reckless fouls.
Ooh, good point.
Yeah.
Do those things count against them? Like, is that taken into consideration?
It definitely could. And that's where the voters come in, because they are the ones who ultimately decide.
Wait, hold up. Voters? Who are these voters? Is it like a fan vote or something?
Oh, no. It's way more official than that. The Ballon d'Or is actually decided by an international jury.
Whoa. Like a real jury.
Yeah.
Wow.
But it's made up of specialized journalists.
Journalists.
One from each of the top-ranked soccer nations.
Oh, wow. So you've got these experts from all over the world weighing in on who they think deserves to be called the best.
Exactly.
So, like, what does that voting process even look like?
Okay, so each of these journalists gets to submit their top 10 players.
Top 10, okay.
They rank them first to 10th.
Got it.
And then, based on those rankings, points get awarded. Whoever gets the most points at the end.
Boom. Ballon d'Or winner.
Exactly. But here's where it gets even more intense. What happens if there's a tie?
Ooh, good question.
Well, if there's a tie, then they go to the number of first-place votes.
Ah, okay. So whoever has more people saying, this is the number one player, wins.
Exactly. And if, by some crazy chance, it's still tied, they keep going down the line, second-place votes, third-place votes, until they have a clear winner.
Oh, my goodness.
It's a super meticulous process.
Can you imagine being in that room? All those journalists debating back and forth.
Oh, I know, right? Passionate arguments, strong opinions. It's gotta be wild.
So it's not just about being a fantastic player, it's also about leadership, inspiring your teammates, and showing sportsmanship on and off the field.
It really is a recognition of the whole package: talent, dedication, and the impact you have on the game. It's about being a role model.
It's like, how do you embody the spirit of the sport?
Ex-
So if you were one of those journalists on that panel, what would you prioritize when casting your vote? Think about it.
that's a good question.
Would it be purely about stats?
Right?
Or would you take into account their influence on their team's culture, their behavior off the field? It's definitely something to think about.
It really makes you appreciate the complexity of this award.
Absolutely. It's not just about who kicks the ball the best. It's about the whole player. So much goes into deciding who gets that incredible honor. Anyway, that's our deep dive for today. Thanks for joining us.
Thanks, everyone.